Is this just one road user generously closing another's car door? Or is it just solidarity between two rich people?
No, what's up?
We've all seen videos of bad neighbors, so here's a nice one. Just a young man and an old man sharing a coffee.
I want time in the morning to get out and relax, you know? Yeah.
You've heard of the milk of human kindness. Well, here's the bottled water of human kindness. When a car-crazy kid wanted to hear this Supra's engine, his friend not only knocked on the door and asked for him, but the owner was only too happy to oblige. There's a special place in heaven for people who give food to stray dogs. And from stray dogs to stray kittens, watch how this elderly couple nursed this wet and frightened kitten back to health. There's no bond like the one between humans and dogs, even if they're strangers. You know what this is about, so we're just gonna say one word: solidarity. Sometimes a kid has a natural talent, and all they need are the tools to develop it. And this teacher realized that.
Oh my God!
Chivalry isn't dead. There are still t-shirt wearing knights in the world. In this social experiment, a lady agreed to give someone $1 to help feed her kid, but she wasn't expecting 1,000 of them in return.
Because she was kind to me. I love you so much.
The definition of friendship? Here it is. This 60-year-old homeless man had been through some very hard times, but that changed after a random woman offered him a job on her farm.
I can't believe anybody would care that much for me.
I've always tried to help, and if we could get everybody off the street, that would be my one wish.
Just a musician choosing to brighten up everyone's visit to the laundromat. Even plants need a bit of generosity from time to time. Get your Kleenex out. This is a pretty intense reunion of father and son. Sure, a dog is a man's best friend, but sometimes they need a little friend of their own. Proof that even the Prince of Darkness has a soft side. The heartwarming moment when strangers on a bus stop to help each other. This footage of a friend carrying a friend over the finish line says more about their friendship than words ever could. These barbers found out their customer was shaving her head because of chemo, and so watch what they did. This magician helps dogs find new owners by creating videos with them, which is nice enough already, but he's also highly allergic to dogs.
At one point, Diane's like, you're starting to get like little hives. I'm like, oh, like I need another Benadryl.
When Kate Winslet's 11-year-old interviewer appeared nervous, she went out of her way to put her at ease.
It's my first time.
This is your first time
Yeah.
doing it? Okay, well, guess what? When we do this interview,
Yeah.
it's going to be the most amazing interview ever.
Okay.
And do you know why?
Why?
Because we've decided that it is going to be.
His young patient was very scared of being in the ambulance, so this paramedic decided to serenade her with a tune from The Lion King. When this fawn fell into their pool, this father and son team leapt into action.
I saved a little baby.
We see so many videos of road rage. Here's a video of road generosity. It's not every day you spill your drink on a basketball legend, so the least you can do is offer them a towel.
No, he said you think it was illegal contact. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
This guy figured out that this lady might be a single mom and offered to help in a way that would really make a difference by mowing that huge front lawn of hers.
Mallory. Okay.
Yeah, well, thanks for getting great. That's very sweet of you.
No problem.
When you see how these kids react to fresh running water, the problems in your own life suddenly seem quite small. This London marathon runner jeopardized his own race just to help someone who was struggling to pass the finish line.
How many of these guys are on for their personal best? They want to break that time, but they're still running by to see if they can help him.
These concerned kids really do reaffirm your faith in humanity. When this woman found her way flooded, she was forced to wait. But then, a hero arrived. It's official. You can protect the environment and have fun at the same time.
Sometimes all we need is love.
It's true what this guy says. All you need is love and groceries.
What just happened?
I think you just paid for your order. Take care. Thanks, buddy.
Once again, fresh running water should not be a novelty. But for these kids, it's everything. After one of these women sustained a serious injury, her competitor put her ambitions to the side. This lady decided to hand out orange slices to runners in the London Marathon, and they were very grateful.
Thank you so much.
This gas station employee decided to give stray dogs a nice cool bath during a heat wave. This time, man was dog's best friend. This woman's caregiver, Heather, goes above and beyond the call of duty when it comes to looking after this elderly woman with Alzheimer's.
I think my mother knows that she's surrounded by love, and I thank Heather for that.
This boy chose to grow his hair just so he could donate it to a place that makes wigs for kids with cancer.
A wig costs between $800 and $3,000 to make, but the family receives it at no cost. Che hopes the kid that gets his hair can feel a little bit better.
These people brought a little happiness into the days of delivery drivers by leaving snacks and drinks outside.
Oh, it's so nice. Oh, that's so sweet, thank you.
How to reduce your teacher to tears? Throw them a surprise birthday party.
Happy birthday to you. Oh my God!
This is not the vehicle you usually find a fireman driving, but this one is helping a 95-year-old resident mow his lawn. This Uber driver should get a special medal for honesty because he returned a wallet with $3,000 inside.
Being Christians, I couldn't. I wanted to make sure I sleep good, so that's what I did. I returned the money and the wallet.
Yeah, just a woman who brought cake on the bus and gave everyone a slice. Another young citizen helping an older one get across the road. Good karma for the future, perhaps? A simple shake of the hand from someone's hero can change their life. We've seen young humans helping old humans, but now here's a young bird feeding an old bird who can no longer fly. Here's what true love really looks like. This woman feeds all the local animals, which is why they're following her like she's Dr. Dolittle. After a blast in Beirut, Lebanese people gathered food, water, and clothing for those affected by the catastrophe. It doesn't take much for someone with a home to change the life of someone without. After this girl's mom saved one of them in a crash, these bikers showed up to her lemonade stand in force. For this guy, scoring a goal meant everything. And these two generous footballers made it happen.
Wait! Marlon, slow down! Slow down, you madman! Kick it forward! Marlon, kick the ball forward! Right, kick it between his legs, go on. Yeah! Look at him! Finally, what, Marcus?
Another incredibly honest human returning a wallet to the address inside.
It was in Grant Park. Happy New Year.
If you've spent time looking at memes, then you'll know that you do not mess with honey badgers. But sometimes, however, they need a little bit of help.
And it slowly crept out from under the blanket and just trotted away along the road.
Yes!
They say no one has ever become poor by giving. And this guy is living that philosophy to the letter.
Want a loaf of bread? How about some socks? You like peanut butter? How about a can of beef stew, too? Hold on.
You're now about to see the cutest of all animal rescues, a hedgehog stuck in a can.
Poor Pogler, that was nasty, wasn't it, eh? Yeah. When did you go in there? How long have you been stuck in there?
You're never too young to make a difference, and this kid is doing his best to fight cancer with his lemonade stand.
Thank you.
We're not sure how they got in there, but these guys are about to rescue a litter of puppies. More animal rescue now, with this kangaroo who needs to be freed by an excavator. You know you care about nature when even a deadly snake can't stop you from picking up litter.
There's a dang old copperhead right there, boy, I tell you what. Let's get out of here. Oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus. Trash. Happy to do my part, everybody.
When she noticed a fan passing out, there was no way Billie Eilish was going to continue performing.
Wait, stop. What's going on over here? She passed out? Hold on. You get her up? Is she okay?
When a baby was trapped in a car, these nearby inmates used their special skills to help release her.
Yes, thank God. Woo!
One of the few times a supermarket puts kindness before profit, protecting a gull and its freshly hatched chicks.
They've barriered this off, and I couldn't understand why. They've done it because the seagulls got a baby. And they've done it, and look, they've barriered it off.
When this poor kid had his treasured collection of Pokemon cards stolen, he was distraught. Until a generous police officer decided to replace it with his own collection.
Grew up with Pokemon. I loved Pokemon as a kid. I'd be heartbroken too if my cards were taken from me. It's a priceless item, but it's better to see someone else smile.
Ever seen someone performing the Heimlich maneuver on a goldfish? Well, this is as close as you'll ever get.
He was just fine, threw him back in the water, and he was good to go. He was swimming around having a good time.
Not a great position for a giraffe to be in. Luckily, there was an animal-loving human there to help.
He's alive. He's alive. He's going. We just saved him. Yes.
When this family met a guy dressed as Spider-Man in Disneyland, they weren't prepared for just how real the experience was about to get. John Cena's store advertised for his biggest fans to become ambassadors, but they weren't expecting him to suddenly turn up. You'd think that a monster truck is a pretty useless thing to own, until people need rescuing from a flood.
Minutes later, she's back on dry land.
That's a redneck rescue, I do believe.
Even the famously stern King's Guard occasionally let their human side show through.
Yeah, we just got here in town and we got lost.
While one kind human stops to hear their stories, another one brings them something to drink.
We don't want to be here in Denver.
Hey, Belinda.
Hey guys, I thought you guys were calling. Oh, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Yeah, that was nice. Thank you.
Yeah, like I said.
No, okay. Yeah, thank you.
When this little guy met his favorite players, the experience was all a bit too much. We don't always know what people are going through, so a few simple words can make all the difference. These people take all the soap thrown out by hotels and recycle it for people in need.
CEO Sean Siepler started out shaving soap with vegetable peelers in a one-car garage.
Here's another Santa who knows sign language, and this Santa is deaf too, traveling the world to meet children with the same affliction.
For Kevon Woodard, it's a first.
I asked Santa Claus if I could get a dirt bike. To see him laugh and make those expressions with Santa Claus was the best, right?
Another example of how so little can mean so much.
Do you guys want donuts?
Surely no one on Earth would ever turn down a donut.
Yes!
To random acts of kindness here, the kids helping this elderly person, and what this guy does to make sure they never change.
Don't stop doing that, you hear me? Don't stop doing it.
After some horrific human beings left their dog in a boiling hot car, he was rescued by some other human beings with a heart and conscience. This guy travels around helping the poor and elderly in his local area. If only there were more people in the world like this. A wildlife rehabber not only took in this orphan gosling, but also managed to find him a new family.
Eventually, while I was out on a run, I found the perfect flock and had to take a chance. But luckily, they welcomed him with open wings.
When this man noticed a thirsty dog desperately pawing at some empty bottles, he immediately remedied the situation. The chances of your dog losing consciousness near a man who knows dog CPR is pretty unlikely, but that's what happened here.
All right, come on. That's what's up, y'all. Saving lives. That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
And we're gonna end these random acts of kindness with a request that is far from random, mainly because we do it all the time. But still, be kind to Akimbo and subscribe.